We have to help find the evidence. Look, there's a doctor at the Royal Free. He's doing a study, and he hopes to publish soon. And so we have just got to stick with it. And with him, we owe him that. Yeah?
Hello? It's okay, Nick. He's going through withdrawal.
Withdrawal?
Because of the diet. Doctor said it might happen. It's all right, darling. It's all right. It's
Why are you doing this to him?
Because I have to. I have no choice.
I thought it was supposed to make him better.
For him, gluten's more addictive than heroin. So bringing him off it is like cold turkey for a drug addict. No.
Well, I can't watch this.
You don't have to.
We've got 12 in the study.
Pasta and a salad, is that enough?
Yeah, great. All showing a curious pathology, autistic enterocolitis. Now, it could be a coincidence. I mean, it's a small sample.
Well, make sure you acknowledge that in the paper.
Yeah, we intend to.
Dad.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's not a gun, is it?
No, it's a rugby ball.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
Go to bed. So, what's the problem?
Well, anecdotally, most of the 12 mothers make a temporal link between their child's disease and vaccination with the MMR. Now, we're split as to whether we should mention that in the paper.
It could be a coincidence,
Of course it could be.
but almost all scientific discovery is based on some anecdotal information. And to ignore the mothers would be turning a blind eye.
But we're talking about mothers who are emotionally disturbed by their child's illness.
Which is natural.
Absolutely. And whose need to find a villain may colour their recollection.
That's a reasonable concern.
We found the measles virus protein, which would support this story. But the testing we've done just isn't reliable enough to publish. And until we can genetically test it and prove it's vaccination strain and not wild strain measles, well, we can't make a direct link to the MMR.
Do you think the MMR caused the disease?
I wish I knew. I can't censor the parent story.
Do you think it poses a real threat to children?
Some children, yes. All the parents believe there's a connection with the MMR.
Publish the anecdotal link with the disclaimer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way to handle it. Pretty, organised, clever, and she cooks.
Who are we talking about?
She's great.
Thanks. You're going to let the chief medical officer know what you think you've found before you publish.
Of course. I'll write to him. Be irresponsible not to.
Give him a chance to come up with a single vaccination strategy.
Nobody believed these mothers.
No? Really? I'm shocked. Tell them to get white coats and a stethoscope. That might help.
I know, Miss Sweetie. I know, darling, I know. My poor boy, my poor boy. Have a little sip more, darling. Little sip more. Come on, good boy. Just a tiny sip more. Come on, Nick, come on. Good boy, good boy. Be my good boy, be my good boy. Come on. Have a little sip, darling. Little sip.
The Lancet have agreed to publish the paper.
Excellent. Well done, people. Well done.
Did Kenneth Kalman ever respond to your letter?
No.
We need to speak to the Health Minister. Minister. Andrew Wakefield, Tessa Jarl.
Thank you for meeting with us, Minister.
Anna Hoskins.
Richard.
You know Sir Kenneth Cowman, Chief Medical Officer.
Yes, of course. Nice to see you.
Hello. How do you know?
Please sit down.
Our group at the Royal Free didn't expect to find what looks to be a worrying new syndrome. Andrew?
Do you have a lovely day with Daddy?
Okay.
Got enough prints?
Dropped your bunny. I've dropped your bunny. Okay, I'll see
Don't lose it.
I won't. I'll see you about 6, all right?
The safety of the MMR is in doubt. We need to act to protect children who haven't yet been vaccinated.
You're not against vaccination.
Absolutely not. But the number of children who may be affected is worrying. Now, we can't yet confirm the suspected link between the measles element of the MMR and onset of the syndrome. But with advances in molecular biology and increased funding to continue our work, we expect to be able to confirm a link very soon.
12 cases.
In the study, that's right. We've seen many more, and we have many new referrals yet to look at.
Well, our group has nearly 500 more who've contacted us with their histories. And the Committee on the Safety of Medicines has been sent letters documenting 1,200 other children.
But 12 that you've looked at in depth.
As I'm sure you know, Dr. Wakefield has published over 100 papers. He's one of our more distinguished gastroenterologists.
You were right to bring this to our attention. We need to look into this. When does the Lancet intend to publish?
Very shortly. Perhaps it would be appropriate for the Medical Research Council to convene a forum of independent experts to look into it.
Sir Kenneth?
Well done, Andy. Well presented.
Hello, Mr. Max. Are you ready for your breakfast, darling?
Lizzie taught.
What?
Lizzie taught.
Nicky? Should we go down and get you some breakfast, darling?
Ma. Ma. Ma.
I'm taken to celebrating just about everything. When Jamie figured out what blue meant, I drank a whole bottle by myself. Best party I've been to in years. I think today deserves a celebration. Come on through.
Choose. I want juice.
Juice. Very good saying juice. I want juice.
ABA takes everything
Jamie,
back to basics.
I want...
Applied behaviour analysis.
Chocolate.
Jamie has to relearn everything.
Very good saying
Language,
chocolate.
concepts.
I
So
want
much catching up to do.
chocolate.
Lisa? This is Lisa, Jamie's ABA tutor.
Hi. Jamie, this is Nikki. Don't worry, he'll be fine with us. Jamie, choose. I want...
Lisa's an absolute miracle worker. The things she's done for my son.
Egg.
I'm madly in love with her. I've offered to have sex with her, but no. Just as well. I'm not sure I can remember what it's like. My husband left so long ago.
Does he keep in touch with Jamie?
Oh, yeah. Never forgets a Christmas card. How long since Martin walked?
6 months.
And how many times have you gone out since then?
Gone out? What does that mean?
Exactly. Actually, I really miss it. All the pitying looks and dinner party chats about nannies and schools does your head in. Do you know, 8 out of 10 couples with a disabled child split up. Can you believe that? With statistics. Yeah, coming! Hi. We're ready. Come on. Let's go and watch him slay the dragon. Yes!
The Department of Pediatric Gastroenterology and the Inflammatory Bowel Disease Study Group have worked together to produce this study. A multidisciplinary team of 18 scientists and clinicians, as well as 12 associated collaborators, make up the investigative group, many of whom are with us here today. As well as the Dean of the Medical School, Dr. Richard Stein. Dr. Wakefield?
Thank you. Autistic enterocolitis seems to be a new syndrome of autism and intestinal disease in young children, distinguished by a developmental regression in a previously healthy child. Each of the children we studied had developmental records which showed satisfactory achievement of early milestones. Anecdotally, the parents noticed developmental regression and bowel symptoms shortly after the MMR vaccination. We've included these anecdotal observations in our paper. Clearly, it's important that we continue our investigation into this new syndrome and its possible relation to this vaccine.
Dr. Wakefield.
What would you do about the MMR for your child?
Obviously, I'm alarmed, but it's important to stress that I'm not against vaccination per se. If it were my child, I would give each component of the MMR singly and a year apart until this issue is resolved scientifically.
Thank you, Dr. Wakefield. It is important to add that there is no evidence to suggest that we should stop the MMR program. And I think I should stress that the MMR is vital in the protection of the health of our children.
No evidence, what a tosser.
No?
You all right?
They're not going to do anything.
Well, look, it's published, you know, it's in the open. I mean, we can't hide it anymore.
I look at my boy. What's happened to him? And he says there's no evidence.
They did the same thing about meat when that minister made his kid eat the hamburger. Maybe he'll give his child a jab for the cameras.
How could you wish that on anyone?